Hi you guys, it's me Kris and welcome back to the Doll Studio. Today I have a really exciting video for all of you guys. I have 3 very easy hairstyles for Corinne tan. I wanted to create a specific video for hairstyles for Corinne because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me for tutorials, and I feel like right now that she just released, she definitely needs her own spotlight for hairstyles for her collection. So today I chose 3 very simple styles. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if this setup of hairstyle tutorials works for you guys. If not, I can figure something out. But without further ado, let's get started. So to get started styling Corinne, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a styling cape around her neck. I decided to do my styling video this way because I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna end up trying to style her hair in a specific way that is best for you. And unfortunately, the salon chairs by American Girl do not work. This is a waterproof cape. I use it on all of my American Girl dolls. It just helps to make sure that the clothes that they're wearing doesn't get wet. First off, you always want to start off with water whenever you're doing your doll's hair. Just very lightly spritz her hair. Then using a wire wig brush, you're going to start to go in and work from the bottom all the way to the top. Now, this is the kind of wire wig brush that I like to use. It's a little bit more sturdier than the American Girl one. So the first style I want to do is everyone is going to have videos on how to do her original meat hairstyle, but today I want to show you guys a variation of that specific style. So, grabbing a rat tail comb, I'm going to grab the first section, seeing where that's gonna fall when this all gets pulled back. Same thing up here, just gonna grab a little bit of hair, so that way everything looks nice and clean. Brushing down, making sure that there's no weird pieces. Then I'm gonna clip this in front. Now I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, but first I'm gonna smooth out the hair with a toothbrush. Now twisting her head, this is a little scary. I'm gonna go in with the rat tail comb again, and I'm gonna make the exact same section on her hair by grabbing a little bit of hair from the top where her seam is and going all the way down to where her ear is. Then you can spray it with water so that it all stays back. Grab all of her hair once those 2 sections are in the front and then smooth it out. This is my secret weapon. Then going in with the hair tie, I'm just gonna put this all into a low ponytail. Putting this in a low ponytail prevents any of the hair from this ponytail falling into the hairstyle. Just use one rubber band. Now on this side, this is the side that we're gonna start on. You're just gonna do a basic fishtail braid, but you're gonna wanna do the style going directly down, and you're gonna wanna create it so that way the hair falls flat on her head, so that way when you bring it around, it comes down and around her head. So I'm gonna lightly spray water again. I'm just gonna smooth this out. And just feeling where most of the hair is, with my acrylic nail, I'm gonna go in and just swipe it down. This feels like an even distribution of hair, but I wanna get it a little bit cleaner. So I'm gonna go in again, and that feels a lot better. You're gonna smooth both sections, holding the hair in either section. And now the basic fishtail is just 2 pieces. But you're gonna wanna bring the farthest piece on the outer side of the hair, cross it over, and add it to the other side of the hair. So you're constantly creating an X in the center of the hair. Farthest side of the hair is gonna cross over, and that creates an X. So if you create an X, that's how you know you're doing it properly. Same thing on this side. You're gonna go in, grab a piece, the farthest piece out. You're creating another X. So you're grabbing the piece from out here, smoothing it out with your fingers since it is wet, and you're allowing the hair to create an X in the center. Grabbing the hair with your middle fingers is gonna definitely help bring the pieces over more. You're working down on the hair. You want it to fall down on her head, not high up. Now I'm gonna start making it a little bit tighter, and I'm gonna start going a little bit faster because the braid is finally in. Take really small pieces so that way the hairstyle does show really well. Grabbing pieces from either side. I'm just gonna keep grabbing hair from the outside and push it forward. You're just gonna grab hair from the outside and bring it in. Outside, bring it in. Outside, bring it in. Outside, bring it in. And pretty soon the hair is just gonna naturally wanna part where you're grabbing it, and it's gonna be easier for you to grab it and cross it over. I will be honest, it does help to have acrylic nails because the points allow me to slide my finger right through the nail and create very clean, sharp styles. And when you start to see a lot of hair start to come out, that means that you're gonna start coming to the end. And since this piece is already gonna basically match up to the other side by her part, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna grab a clear elastic and tie it off. And that is one side of the fishtail braid. I'm gonna go do the other side off camera, but I will be right back. All right, so now that I have both sides done, I'm gonna go in with the little ponytail that I created. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna do one last spritz because I wanna make sure that all the hair is laying flat on her head. I'm gonna go with my toothbrush and smooth down all the flyaways before merging these two pieces together. You don't want there to be any flyaways or else the style does not come out clean. Grabbing 2 clear hair elastics. I like to always double up on hair elastics when I'm finishing a style. Now I'm just merging it at the bottom of her head, just bringing both pieces, connecting them together, making sure all the hair is out. So since I do have acrylics, I can just easily pull these out, very much like that. And it doesn't harm her hair because it's not connected to anything. Going in with one last brush with my toothbrush. I'm gonna make sure those ends are nice and pretty. And then you can lift up the hair if you want to, if you see some little straggly pieces. But for the most part, they should all be down. And then this should lock in at the bottom of her head. And that is what she looks like. The back looks nice and smooth. There is not a hair out of place. And it creates for a really nice hairstyle for Corinne. So that's the first hairstyle. Okay, so if you're gonna be doing the buns for her sleep outfit, it's the exact same parting. You're just grabbing 2 sections from the front of her head. So I'm just gonna grab all of this hair again from the last style. Gonna smooth it out, and to keep it out of the way, I'm just gonna brush it, grab a hair elastic, and put it back down in a ponytail. You just don't want any of this hair to come into contact with the style that you're trying to create because that is no bueno. Now with these pieces, you're just gonna unravel the fishtail. If you're doing this from scratch, you just wanna grab a section from the front of her head and then put it all into a ponytail, the hair that isn't being used. Same thing, you're gonna wanna go in, spray her hair with 2 very small elastics. You're gonna grab them, bring them out, stretch them out. Go in with your toothbrush, angling her hair back. Now, the hairstyles that I always see, people always put them too forward and then she looks kind of crazy because her buns are literally right here in front of her face. For me, I like to go back because that to me just reads a lot cleaner and a lot nicer and it looks more realistic. I don't like my dolls to particularly look like aliens, so I'm just grabbing hair, smoothing it out. And since I have my hand fully out like this, I'm gonna smooth it, hold the hair where I want it to lay, and keep it there as I bring all of the hair back and tie it off with the elastic. So I used my hand to really lock this into place, and look how smooth that is. And it's all the way back on her head. Grabbing this section, I'm smoothing it out with my toothbrush, pulling it back. Gonna spray it with a lot of water. I want this to all be practically on the verge of being wet because I want it to all have the hair together. And then this is when you're gonna start to twist it. See how wet it is that all of the flyaways aren't coming out of the hair? You're gonna twist it really, really, really tight until you see it wanting to start to pucker. You're gonna grab the anchor of the hair and you're gonna wanna start to bring her hair around, and you don't really want the hair to move anywhere. So you're just gonna really keep it on one side. And you can see hair starting to wanna pucker. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Gonna grab another 2 hair elastics, grab it on either end, and you're gonna wanna bring this bun and lock it into place, just like that. And then to get rid of these little things, you're gonna wanna go in with one more elastic, and you're just gonna wanna lock it again. Lock all those little hairs into the bun, just like that, so it lays flat against her head. And then you wanna do the exact same thing on the other side. All right, so that is what the buns look like when they are nice and pressed up against her head. It does take a little bit of practice, but practice makes perfect. And at the end, you just wanna let go of her little hair elastic holding her ponytail. You wanna go in, smooth everything out one last time. Since it's still a little wet from the spray, you just wanna lightly go over it. And look how adorable she looks with those cute little space buns in her head. So before starting the next hairstyle, I'm gonna go in with my brush. Gonna grab a rat tail comb. Gonna go straight down the back of her head. Get like a clean little section. Grabbing this hair, I'm gonna clip it away on its side so that both sides have it away. And then taking this hair, I'm gonna go in with my toothbrush. These I may sell later on as merch because I know that a lot of people are curious as to what kind of tools I use, and I may do a whole video on it later in the future. I'm gonna grab and wet the bottom of her hair a little bit, and I'm gonna make sure that all of this hair is at the bottom of her head. Now taking 2 hair elastics, these are now gonna be colored because I want this to show. Grab it from the bottom and just wrap the hair into a little pigtail down here. Now I'm separating it for this hairstyle because this is the way that I want the hairstyle to start, is in a pigtail. And you wanna make sure this is nice and tight and that there's nothing sticking out of it, and then making it really tight on her head. And now let us break down this bun. I'm just gonna unravel it. Now see all these hair elastics? You're gonna wanna go in with some small cuticle scissors and just start to snap away at them. There's too many of them for me to wanna pull on her hair. So I'm just gonna grab them, as many as I possibly can, go in with the scissors and cut them out, and start doing this with every little piece of elastic. Taking her hair, I'm gonna smooth it out with my toothbrush once again. I have a lot of little blue hair elastics here, but the first section I just want to grab is going diagonally across her hair, grabbing that, smoothing it out, grabbing a hair elastic, smoothing it out, and just placing it right there on her head as many times as I can before it doesn't want me to anymore. There we go. Now I can feel it starting to not want to go anymore. There we go. Smooth it out with your toothbrush and tighten it. The next section, you're gonna wanna grab from the top, another section. You wanna split this into 2, the bottom, split it into 2. Now these 3 together, you're gonna wanna smooth them all out together. Grab another hair elastic, another blue one, and tie it around, just like that. There you go. And the last section, you're gonna wanna smooth it out. Grab the last hair elastic, and then tighten it, just like that. Now, at the bottom here, since you're already pulling, you're just gonna wanna do a little braid. So grabbing the water, spray it down, grab a toothbrush, and then you wanna split this into 3 even parts, and just wanna do a regular schmegular braid. And I'm just going to braid normally, smoothing it out as I go. Up until you can't anymore. And once you're done with the braid, you're gonna grab your 3rd blue hair elastic, and you want it to lay flat, and you wanna just add it to the pigtail. And that creates a very cute 3 ponytail into a braid pigtail for Corinne. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. And that is what the final hairstyle looks like on either side. To cover up these rubber bands and how much rubber bands there are holding the style together, you can just add some ribbon or a big scrunchie to cover that up. But that is the hairstyle. Thank you so much for watching this video of some easy hairstyles for Corinne. Please let me know if you guys want to see a video of all of the hair care tools that I use on all of my dolls. This is what it looks like. It's a very big train case. So definitely let me know what you guys think of the video. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, which is at The Doll Studio by Kris. Let me know which hairstyle was your favorite, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.